Hello again, it's Garson, and it's time for another run. We've got 4 characters. We were talking on stream, trying to figure out and finalize things, and I finally got it ready to go, alright? So, we're going to have what's called a Battle Master or a War Master run, but really, there's not going to be much of a main character, and it's going to be more of arcade run, right? Because what happens at the end of my videos, you always sit there and say, well, how do you play these? And I tell you guys to watch the stream. We play on honor mode. I like answering questions, but you know what I really like? I like coming up with cool build ideas with your help, my wacky ideas, your wacky ideas, but I like to see them in the game. So, like I said, without further ado, this is going to be the War Master run. Not really a main character, but right here on Zealot, it's not going to be these characters. We're going to have some custom characters, but I guess you could say the main guy is our War Master. So as always, thanks for watching. It's going to be pretty quick, as I'm just here to demonstrate and set up the ground rules for the next run. Ready? So let's get into it. So the next honor run, the rules as I usually make them. This is going to be an arcade run. All that means is just my dumb terminology for purely custom characters. I've used the mod here. It's not going to be Gale and Lae'zel and Shadowheart. It's just going to be custom characters that just kind of fit the characterization or the build, right? We're going to skip through cutscenes and just play it like a video game straight out. And we're going to use the cheater scroll and some other quality of life mods. Okay, some items if we miss them and it was legit, like I didn't legit miss them or screw up the grove like last time, then if it's just easier, we don't need a Asterion or Will or whatever, we just get to the point where we would get their unique items and we can use them if that's even the case, okay? Also, no scrolls. I feel like I've depended on scrolls way too much. Scrolls are really broken in this game, especially since I have a thief on this team in particular, so I'd be able to steal tons of scrolls. I feel like I'm relying on this too much. So, even though I'm using mods, I'm not making it easier. In fact, we're going to have a little rule here. No scrolls unless you're learning it on a wizard, okay? We also have some select mod usage, obviously for quality of life, like maybe Long Strider, so everybody gets it. I think you have Long Strider, right? So if everybody gets Long Strider, it's just way easier. Makes things go faster. The visuals, I don't want to see Bloodlust or temporary HP. Sometimes it just gets really obnoxious on the screen. But also, we have different color palettes that you normally would get. And we're going to use some transmog, third-party mod, to kind of switch the look of certain armors. So they won't look exactly like they are here. I'm doing this so that you know, oh, okay, that's the gear he's using, but I am going to change the looks of things, okay? So, and there is some select War Priest mods. We'll go over in a second, okay? Play the build. No respecs. I don't like to respec a character. If you're like me, the whole fun of this is we're building the characters, not getting to level 5, switching gears immediately from rogue over to fighter. That's not fun for me. It could be fun for you, and that's cool, but we all seem to like on the same thing on this channel where we just play a character from beginning to end. We can respec if there was some major mistake and need to get the right feat or stat or something goofed up, okay? And of course, have fun. Screw the rules if we're having a frustrating time. We're just here to entertain ourselves, play the game, have fun. Once you beat honor mode once, you want to beat it again and again and again and again and again, trust me. But you also want to have fun doing it, right? All right, party time. Let's break it down for you. I'll go really quick with this. Really, what I'm going to talk about a lot is just how the hell am I actually going to navigate some of these builds are a little fancy, okay? So, without further ado, I guess you could say this is the main character. We'll have a custom character for all these guys. Here's the gear. I'm not going to go over it in explicit detail. What I care about is that we're actually using a fighter first. I think this is how I want to do it. Then we'll go Way of Hand, and I'll get Tavern Brawler at level 5. So that way my punches are really strong, because a lot of this build is going to be centered around the strength elixir, and we'll just pretend like I have some kind of inhuman strength, but I'm not allowed to use elixirs. Whatever, characterization. So yeah, we're gonna go one fighter to get the proficiencies and like the bonuses and whatnot, but we're overall going to be in Way of the Hand Monk to get Tavern Brawler, and then we'll totally switch gears to the Battle Master, and no magic on this character. Your magic is tripping people and pushing them with your fist and your weapons, right? But we can do everything. I wanted to play Battle Master, but I also wanted to play Monk, and they kind of synergize with these superiority dice and key points. And now I have slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning. I have range, I have punches, I have sword, I have the Titan string bow, right? I do everything, and I can do it all with my actions and my bonus actions. It's going to be fun trying to pull this off because I'm going to get Tavern Brawler, but also the Great Weapon Master, the bonus 10 on your two-handers, and also Sharpshooter, the bonus on your bows. So, I always wanted to do something like this. I think this is a really cool idea, and I'll see if I can pull it off. And also, with the Adamantian Sword, we can't be ignored. You can't resist my slashing damage. And also the Titan String Bow gets a bonus as a bow. It gets a strength bonus to damage. And there's no armor. So this is a wisdom fighter using the monk ability, unarmored defenses. So I think that's really cool. And we'll have arcane synergy and the boots to add in more damage with our wisdom as well. So strength elixir, wisdom fighter, but low initiative. I don't know if this is going to slay me. I really like over 6 initiative, especially for this playstyle. So it might be hard to pull off. And that's why I might be going monk first. Okay, we'll see if it works out. Then we have the Dawnbringer, Lathander's chosen soldier of wrath. I always wanted to make like a zealot character by combining barbarian and like a cleric or a paladin. So this is that idea. So we're gonna go 1 war cleric because it gives you divine favor, which is gonna play into a lot. All right, but yeah. We get that right off the bat. We get that radiant damage with this and some mods. Then we're going to basically just stay in Tiger Barbarian because we've been talking about using bleed from the Tiger's Bloodlust, which almost guarantees bleed. So you go rage in battle. You feel like, oh, I'm compelled to fight for my god or whatever, right? And then you like are a zealot with divine fury from divine favor. You go in. And now you use your Tiger's Bloodlust, and you also inflict bleed, and this luminous gear gives us radiant orbs and even some reverb. So it's just going to be like this guy who goes in and just tanks and fights and just draws people in and retaliates with Holy Lance, gets the radiant orbs, gets the bleeds in, gets everything. And I feel like the Defender Flail, when was the last time you saw someone actually use this as a weapon, right? So I feel like a flail with its spiky points should make you bleed, right? So I feel like this is just my kind of build. This is so stylish. I wanted to try this idea forever. There's a strength potion we'll get in Act 2 that permanently raises your strength. So this guy is natty strength here. We're using the Defender Flail so we can actually get some good defense on this guy. And there's going to be a divine favor mod or two because no concentration. What really drags this down, and I think this would be such a cool spell, is if you blow 1 spell slot and you get it for all day. Right? And there's no concentration, which means we can use it with rage, right? So this will be a really fun idea thanks to this mod. It's possible. And also, I think people really overestimate how good War Priest charges are. I think this ability naturally would be more fun if it was on short rest, so I'm going to use 1 mod that does that too. But overall, where I'm getting my extra attack is actually from Barbarians, not from War Priest, okay? So this is kind of fun. But this is right here is really more the reason I'm taking War Priest. And then Radiant Barbarian, Reverb 2, Tiger Bleeds, and the Charger Feat. Dude, I never use this. I'm so excited to do this. So a guy who charges in battles, and eventually he becomes like an Eldritch Knight, a 3rd caster. Doesn't really concentrate on things, but he can do a little more support spells, and eventually enhances weapons with Magic Weapon, which also won't have concentration, right? So a 3rd caster, like an Eldritch Knight. It'll be pretty fun. All right. Then the most complex, I don't know, experimental build. This is a poison swashbuckler. I don't really know. I've done this idea before. I tried it before with Arcane Trickster and less mage. We're gonna have a lot of mage this time because I think where I can pull it off is we'll go 2 levels of rogue. I'll get the expertises and I can steal things, right? And this is gonna be a dex heavy character with the intelligence and dex, right? But we're going to take Evoker Wizard because as I've learned helping you guys, I also learned things and I've gotten good ideas and people have told me, yo, go Evoker Wizard. You can actually always land your poison spray. It'll be half damage if you miss, but it's still guaranteed damage, and you can use the bonus armor like when we covered the Poisoner Robe, and you can use that Poisoner set and really have a really cool character based around poison, and you're doing melee. You're almost like a fighter because you have your 2 bonus actions, but you're also a caster, so you're a half caster. So yeah, this is going to be wacky. I think the right way to do it is this setup right here, okay? We're going to take that 1 fighter level so I can actually dual wield properly with the fighting style, so I'm not missing out on damage, and I just feel kind of like more out in the open kind of rogue, okay? So poison theme with the set. We have all the set pieces. I wanted to do this. We even have Whispering Promise. But yeah, probably a half elf or an elf so I can start off with a cantrip. I don't know how important that is, but we'll just go with it. Whatever. I like elves and half elves. Less sneaky kind of rogue, still pickpocket, but more out in the open kind of gameplay. That's why we went thief, and I think I might even use shovel so I can get my sneak attacks reliability. We'll see. Evoker 6, I told you about that feature, so we can always get damage off the cantrip since that is like a big part of the build. And then we have offhand attacks, so technically with 2 bonus actions, we always have like a fighting, like a extra attack fighting, you know, strike twice per turn. Whoa! Whew, help me. Okay, so fighting style, we can dual wield, and then maybe battle mage or vigilance. I'm not sure. Like I said, I really like having initiative. I think I covered my grounds. And with the battle elixir, you can actually get some decent spellcasting at the end game. Okay. This is the most complicated. It's a half caster, just like a ranger would be, or a paladin would be. Literally half caster. So, yeah, I don't know. I just point things out like that. But what about the last one? The last one is what I tell people all the time when I make my teams. I just stick something reliable on there. And sometimes I just want it as an excuse to replay a really awesome build. So this is very simple. 12 levels of dragon ice sorcery. This is extremely reliable. I like replaying this. It's been too long since I used an ice build. So you can get the staff, the Morning Frost, which is really super powerful, even better than the legendary staff for this build technically. So this becomes extremely broken by Act 2 once you get all the pieces. And you're level 6 because you get all the bonus damage, and you have enough spells and meta magics and all that stuff, right? Ranged cantrip that is almost as strong as Eldritch Blast thanks to meta magic and other stuff. Huge burst damage because ice damage can be doubled, and I haven't played it in a while, so I'm going to play it again anyway. So the team needs to have certain gear so that they don't slip on their butts, because we're using the snow burst ring. You'll create ice and they'll trip all over them, so we want the enemies to trip so we can beat them up rather than us tripping all the time. So we also have some cool control options like hold person and sleet storm, and even maybe like fog and maybe like blind immunity and whatnot. Also, I'm going to use a dragonborn, and I'm going to like disguise myself as an elf or something like that. I just want to have that breath attack, and I never use dragonborns. We're using custom characters. It'll be cool, flavorful. And also we're building an igloo with globe of invulnerability. Because we're not using scrolls, this feels more impactful to use my like level 6 spell slot to protect the team in a major fight once per day, instead of just blowing a bunch of scrolls. So it feels like fair to use this ultimate spell, and it feels ultimate because it can keep you from dying in a big fight. Okay, all right, how do you level up and play these builds? Exactly, that's the point. So I implore you, please come to the live stream. We have more fun when people are joining in. You get to see these builds in action, not as concepts, not as wow, look at the numbers, but like characters we're building over the course of the game in the best mode, honor mode, because I'd want to see other people beat the game on the best mode. I think this is for everybody. You just have to get over the intimidation or the BS you think that's there. And once you learn game mechanics, you can make any character you want and beat honor mode. And it feels that much more impactful and awesome because you're like, damn, couldn't take it back. I mean, look at me. I totally screwed up the Grove in the beginning of the last run. Anyway, but yeah, I love answering questions. If you have questions and comments about this, or you want to jump in the chat and help out with stuff, if I have downtime, I love answering stuff, right? So let's, without further ado, before I leave you, we're going to take the notes out of here. We're going to have a little combat example and just see what the potential of what we're looking for towards the end game. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We have our Zealot. We have our War Master. Let's start off with her. We'll go ahead and get into some trouble here. Oh yeah, let's go. That's right, we got bows, we got arrows, we got everything. Swords, we got punching and kicking. Let's go. That's right, he's already dead. We can even action surge. I can run over to you. If I can't reach you, that's fine. I'll just shoot you with a bow. Bam. Nice job. Okay, I even got precision attack if I need it. Take out the sword, get ready for combat. Let's get our Zealot in there. He's tiger mode for Lathander. That's right, Gale. And we can even charge in there or make him bleed. Look at this, make him bleed with a cleave. Or I guess that just won't hit him. Okay, fine. More direct hit then. Bam! We got reverb, we got radiant orbs. There we go. They try to hit us, they might miss and take radiant damage, or I can shield donk them. There you go. Alright, and we have our poisoner. So once they're pinned down or icy or slipped on the ice or whatnot, we can always just hit them with some poison. And even if we miss, we'll always do damage with that poison. With 2 bonus actions, you can actually get into combat or run away from combat pretty easily, because you can dash on the off action, and you can also attack with your offhander. Uh-oh, I can't make it. No, hold up. Alright, whatever. Just sit there. And then, of course, we do have good old Ice Dragon. So, nice thing about level 11 Dragon is you can fly. I don't care about your brain worms. I don't give a crap about brain worms. I just care about being a dragon. I can fly. Okay, so we have twin magic. I can make 2 cantrips out of 1. So how about we hit you, and can I hit you? No? Okay, cool. Well, I can always fly over here. And maybe drop like a cone of cold. Monstrous damage like that. Okay. Hold on. There we go. I don't want to kill the civilians now. We're good guys on this team. Yep. Yep. Elemental. Let's go. Boom. Alright. Encrusted with frost means they take double damage. So next turn we're going to really blast them. Oh yeah. Come on. Shield. Oh yeah. With the ice it's harder to get away from my team. Uh-oh. Alright, we gotta target that guy. I think I know just the person. Uh-oh, shield blow. Bonk, reverb. There we go. So, reverb and the light orbs, even when you're attacking me, you might actually get wrecked by that. So, let's see. We gotta knock you out. Where you at? Concentration, huh? So, how about we twin spell? We hit both of you trying to run away. Hit ice down on the ground. That's right, you trip. Concentration's over. And I can meta magic and drop some serious damage with maybe a cone of cold on you two. Kaboom! Nice. Even Gale almost got killed by that. Whoopsies. But we can bleed him with Tiger. Hiya! Now you bleed him. Do it again. Keep bleeding them. Reverb, light orbs, all that stuff. And we have our War Priest actions, so we can keep going if we want to. Look at that. And those come back on short rest, just like all the fighter stuff. So that's pretty awesome. And then if we need to, let's see. How about we can also put up some clouded daggers here. 3rd level. Make sure you always take some damage. How about you? Yeah. Ding! And I still have both my actions to go in and swing with my attack. There we go. I have good dexterity, so it's hard to slip on the ice. But I think... yeah, okay. So dexterity will keep me from slipping. We have... Yep. She won't slip on the ice. He uses actions. Let's see what you got. Every time you miss this guy, you just keep getting reverb and light orbs. I really like that. The sun's radiance. Oh man, he can't move. Oh, there you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Still have good concentration. Right. Oh no, we're down. Shield. And then, of course, cool thing about being a fighter, really just any kind of guy, you can throw some potions at your ally. Like that. Alright. We have some bow and arrow. If we miss, though, we can always turn this off. And we can action surge. We can even step of the wind with our bonus action. Go crazy. Now we can, like, really reach somebody all the way over here. Alright, and we're immune to slipping, so let's go ahead and trip ya. You gone. Nice. And then I can hit that robot. Or I can even jump there, can't I? Look at that jump. That's ridiculous. Okay. So, I'll turn this back on. I can use precision attack. Shoot the robot from all the way over here. There we go. Damn. Now, cool thing about this is even though he got revived, he lost his action point. He can still come up with his 2 bonus actions, right? And swing anyway. Nice. So cool little perks like that. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I think this team should kick a lot of butt, especially ice sorcery. Oh my goodness, look at that damage. Oh my goodness, you can just keep doing it. Chilling and killing. Tiger cleaving, let's go. Just keep cleaving. Just keep cleaving. Oh, slip. That was hilarious fun. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna leave you there. Hopefully I'll catch you in the live stream. I'll see you then, and we'll see if this team can really make it to the end. Alright? Till then, I'll check you out later.